This is the Sleep Codex, an ancient guide to harnessing the power of your sleeping mind. Each night is more than rest. It's a sacred ritual where your thoughts take root and grow into reality. What you plant in sleep becomes the life you live. Sleep Codex. Introduction. Since the dawn of memory, the mysteries of sleep have whispered through the chambers of human knowing, veiled truths passed down in silence, in dreams. In those sacred hours when your waking self drifts into stillness, a deeper force stirs beneath the surface. Your subconscious, ancient and immense, begins its quiet work of creation. This twilight realm, the space between worlds, is no mere rest. It is a sacred threshold where thought becomes energy and energy takes form. Here, in the soft descent into slumber, the veil thins and your mind opens like fertile earth ready to receive the seeds of your desires. The old sages knew, the night is not for forgetting but for becoming. Your subconscious, vast as the ocean beneath the tide, becomes exquisitely sensitive in sleep, ready to shape new patterns, to breathe life into the unseen. As a farmer knows the rhythm of the seasons, so must you learn the sacred rhythm of surrender and suggestion. For in the deep of night, the law of attraction moves most freely, unchallenged by doubt, untouched by resistance. What you impress upon your mind in these final waking moments becomes the sacred architecture of your tomorrow. You may wonder how such a quiet force has remained hidden within you, but the truth is this: it was never hidden, only forgotten. And now, you are being called to remember. As you journey through these chapters, you will rediscover what the ancients once practiced under moonlit skies, the art of twilight programming, the ritual of rebirth that occurs each night. For sleep is not an end, but a return to your highest self, your truest power, and the creative source from which all things flow. But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the world. Part 1: Foundations of Sacred Sleep. Chapter 1: The Midnight Garden of the Mind. In a small village among rolling hills, there lived a seamstress named Eleanor, who spent her days crafting beautiful garments for the townsfolk. While clearing her grandmother's attic, she discovered an aged leather journal, its chapters filled with curious nighttime rituals and affirmations. Each entry began with the words, "As I lay my head to rest," followed by powerful statements of abundance and joy. Just as a garden flourishes in the quiet darkness of night, your subconscious mind grows most fertile when the sun sets and conscious thought begins to fade. Eleanor noticed that when she spoke her grandmother's words before sleep, her life began to transform in subtle yet remarkable ways. Her creativity flowed more freely, her business prospered, and opportunities seemed to appear as if by magic. The wisdom of Eleanor's discovery aligns with what mystics have known for generations, that the transition to sleep creates unique conditions in your mind. As your brainwaves slow to theta and delta frequencies, you enter a state of enhanced receptivity. Like soil loosened before planting, your subconscious becomes perfectly prepared to receive new seeds of thought. In another town lived Marcus, a baker whose bread had once been celebrated throughout the region. Yet, as worry clouded his mind, the quality of his loaves declined and his customers dwindled. One night, Exhausted from his troubles, he realized that just as bread requires time to rise in darkness, so too must positive thoughts be given time to grow in the quiet of night. Marcus began spending his final waking moments kneading thoughts of success into his mind. He would visualize his bakery filled with satisfied customers, imagine the perfect texture of his bread, and feel the joy of running a thriving business. Within months, his bakery transformed, not through any external change, but through the power of his nightly practice. Just as compound interest grows wealth over time, your consistent nighttime practice will accumulate profound results. Each evening presents an opportunity to deposit positive thoughts into the vault of your subconscious mind. The ancient practice of twilight programming. As you prepare for sleep each night, create a sacred moment of stillness. Speak these words with conviction. First, offer 3 statements of gratitude for what exists now. I am thankful for. Let each statement resonate deeply within. Then, voice 3 future-focused affirmations, stating them as if already true. I am becoming, or I am creating. Allow these to be your final conscious thoughts as you drift into sleep, knowing that in the darkness, these seeds will take root and grow into tomorrow's reality. Chapter 2. The Whispering Pillows of Abundance. Your sleeping mind holds a magnetic force far more potent than you realize. This truth became clear through the journey of Clara, an artist whose canvases remained unsold in her tiny studio apartment. Each night, she would gaze at her work, her heart heavy with unfulfilled dreams, until one evening, guided by an inner whisper, she took a small piece of paper and wrote, "My art touches hearts and provides abundance." This simple note found its place beneath her pillow. Within weeks, her reality shifted. A gallery owner who had previously overlooked her work suddenly reached out. Collectors began inquiring about her pieces. The universe seemed to conspire in her favor, all stemming from those words sleeping beneath her head. The power of written intentions near your sleeping form creates an energetic bridge between your conscious desires and your subconscious mind. Each night, as you rest, these written words emit a frequency that harmonizes with your deepest self, programming your inner world to manifest your outer reality. This ancient wisdom found another witness in Benjamin, a merchant whose business teetered on the edge of failure. Following the guidance of a wise elder, he began writing his aspirations on parchment each evening. These weren't mere business goals. They were heartfelt visions of prosperity and service. Every night he placed these written dreams close to his heart as he slept. As weeks passed, Benjamin noticed subtle shifts. New opportunities emerged. Beneficial partnerships formed. His written intentions, held close through the night, became the blueprint from which his success grew. When you write your desires by hand, you engage neural pathways different from those used in mere thinking or speaking. The physical act of writing makes your intentions tangible, creating a powerful anchor for your subconscious mind to grasp and manifest. The ancient practice of written dreams. As darkness falls, take 3 small pieces of paper. On each, write one of your most cherished desires. Let your hand flow naturally, allowing your heart's truth to guide your words. Place these papers beneath your pillow, knowing they will work their magic as you sleep. As you lay your head to rest, visualize a soft golden light emanating from these written words. See this light growing stronger, filling your dreamscape with its magnetic energy. Feel this radiance drawing your desires closer, transforming your written words into living reality. Let sleep come naturally, knowing that your written intentions are now broadcasting their frequency into the universe, attracting the very experiences you seek. Chapter 3: The Silent Symphony of Self-Love. In a small coastal town lived Vivian, whose reflection had long been her harshest critic. Each morning, she would gaze into her mirror, noting every perceived flaw and imperfection. Yet one evening, guided by ancient wisdom passed through her grandmother, she discovered the transformative power of nighttime mirror work. As the sun set each day, Vivian stood before her mirror in the soft glow of candlelight. Instead of criticism, she spoke words of acceptance. Where once she saw flaws, she began recognizing beauty. This sacred evening ritual, performed in the liminal space between day and night, began reshaping her inner landscape. Your sleeping mind possesses extraordinary plasticity, a capacity for change that surpasses all waking efforts. In these precious moments before sleep, when your conscious mind begins to soften its grip, your subconscious stands ready to absorb new truths. The neural pathways that have carried old patterns of self-judgment for years can be redirected toward self-love through consistent nighttime practice. This mirrors the eternal truth. What you feed your mind in the moments before sleep becomes the foundation of your self-image. Just as a garden flourishes with tender care, your self-worth blossoms through gentle nurturing in the sacred space before slumber. Theodore, a quiet librarian surrounded by stories of others' adventures, discovered this truth in his own way. For years, his voice remained hushed, his presence small. Then he began recording messages of self-encouragement on his phone. You have wisdom to share. Your words hold value. Your presence matters. These recordings became his nighttime lullaby, playing softly as he drifted into sleep. Gradually, Theodore's demeanor shifted. His voice grew stronger, his posture straighter. The words that had seeped into his sleeping mind emerged as quiet confidence in his waking hours. When the conscious mind rests, its usual defenses lower, allowing messages of self-love to penetrate deeply into your being. The ancient practice of night's reflection. As evening approaches, stand before your mirror in gentle lighting. Look deeply into your own eyes, these windows to your eternal soul. Speak 3 statements of self-appreciation, letting each word resonate with truth. They might be simple acknowledgments. I honor my journey. I embrace my strength. I celebrate my unique beauty. Then, as you lie in bed, place your hand upon your heart, feeling its steady rhythm. Begin repeating softly, I am worthy of all my dreams. Let these words be your companion as sleep draws near, carrying you into the realm where transformation takes root. Chapter 4: The Nocturnal Navigation System. In the still hours before dawn, Dorothy wandered through her life like a ship without stars to guide her. Each day brought more questions than answers, until she uncovered an ancient technique of dream inquiry that would transform her path forever. Your sleeping mind holds vast libraries of wisdom, waiting to be accessed through the art of conscious questioning. When you present your deepest inquiries to your subconscious before sleep, you activate an inner compass that works tirelessly through the night to illuminate your path. During REM sleep, your mind processes information in ways that transcend ordinary thinking. Free from the constraints of logic and daily concerns, it weaves together patterns and possibilities, accessing depths of knowing that your waking mind cannot reach. This is why solutions often appear with the morning light, fully formed and crystal clear. Harold, a merchant at a crossroads, discovered this truth when facing a crucial business decision. Each night, he would sit in silence, holding his question in his mind like a precious stone. "Show me the next step for my venture," he would whisper before sleep. Night after night, pieces of guidance emerged through his dreams, a conversation with a wise elder, a symbol of direction, a clear knowing upon waking. Following these nocturnal breadcrumbs, Harold navigated his business through troubled waters into prosperous seas. This practice of dream inquiry taps into what mystics call the Akashic records, the universal repository of all knowledge and possibility. Your sleeping mind becomes a bridge to this infinite wisdom, translating cosmic guidance into practical steps for your earthly journey. The wisdom of sleep is not bound by the limitations of rational thought. Like water flowing around obstacles, your dreaming mind finds pathways to truth that your waking mind might never discover. Each question you pose becomes a seed, growing in the fertile soil of your subconscious until it bears the fruit of clarity. Ancient practice of dream inquiry. As you prepare for sleep, sit quietly with a single clear question about your life's direction. Hold this question gently in your mind, neither grasping nor forcing. Visualize a golden envelope descending from above, containing the perfect answer to your inquiry. Allow yourself to feel the anticipation of receiving this divine guidance. As you drift into sleep, release your question to the wisdom of the night, trusting that clarity will emerge with the dawn. The answer may come as a dream, a feeling upon waking, or a knowing that unfolds throughout your day. Trust that the response will arrive in perfect timing and in a form your soul will recognize. The universe speaks in many languages, through symbols, feelings, coincidences, and direct knowing. Your task is simply to ask, then rest in the certainty that wisdom will flow. Chapter 5: The Dreamweaver's Loom. In a small cottage among ancient olive groves, Millicent discovered a weathered journal that would unlock the gateway between dreams and reality. Each night, as she practiced the techniques inscribed in its yellowed chapters, she learned to recognize the subtle signs that she was dreaming. Soon, she could navigate her dreams with full awareness, using this sacred space to plant seeds of manifestation in the fertile soil of her subconscious. The boundary between dream and reality exists only in your waking mind. When you enter the dream realm with conscious awareness, you access a dimension where thought instantly becomes form. Here, in the laboratory of your subconscious, every experience creates neural pathways identical to those formed in physical reality. Your brain cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. Both leave the same lasting imprint on your nervous system. Chester, a merchant known for his faltering speeches, transformed his destiny through this very principle. Night after night, he would become aware within his dreams and practice delivering his presentations with perfect confidence. In the safe haven of his lucid dreams, he spoke with eloquence and authority, free from the fear that had once bound him. As these dream experiences rewired his neural pathways, his waking presentations began to mirror the mastery he had achieved in his dreams. Within months, his reputation shifted from hesitant speaker to commanding orator. Your dreaming mind is the master architect of your reality. When you step into a lucid dream and consciously embody your desired state, you bypass the resistance and limitations of your waking mind. Each dream experience becomes a powerful imprint on your subconscious, programming it to manifest these same experiences in your physical reality. The ancient practice of dream programming. As you prepare for sleep, Hold the clear intention to become aware within your dreams. Gently repeat to yourself, I am aware that I am dreaming. Visualize a small light in your mind that grows brighter as you enter the dream state. This will become your signal of lucidity. Once in the dream, consciously create and fully experience yourself living your desired reality. Feel the emotions, embrace the sensations, and allow these experiences to encode themselves deeply in your subconscious mind. Let these dream experiences serve as blueprints for your waking manifestation. Your dreams are not mere fantasy. They are the workshop where reality is forged. Through conscious dreaming, you accelerate the manifestation process, programming your subconscious mind with the exact experiences you wish to create in your waking life. Chapter 6, The Sandman's Secret Scrolls. In the heart of a bustling city lived Mabel, whose nights stretched endlessly into dawn. She believed her insomnia was a curse until she uncovered an ancient scroll that revealed a hidden truth. Her sleeplessness was not an enemy to be conquered, but a messenger bearing wisdom from her innermost self. Your restless nights mirror Mabel's struggle. Like her, you may have tried countless remedies, yet sleep remains elusive. What you perceive as a battle against insomnia is actually your subconscious mind's resistance to outdated beliefs and patterns that no longer serve your highest good. These sleepless hours are sacred moments when your inner self seeks to communicate important truths. The law of attraction operates through the path of least resistance. When your conscious and subconscious minds are in conflict, this resistance manifests as disrupted sleep patterns. Just as a river must clear obstacles to flow freely, your mind must release old programming to allow new, empowering beliefs to take root. Walter, a merchant whose nights were plagued by anxiety, discovered this truth through an unexpected encounter with a wise woman. She taught him that his racing thoughts were not the cause of his sleeplessness, but rather symptoms of deeper fears seeking acknowledgement. Instead of fighting against his insomnia, Walter learned to sit quietly with his fears, acknowledging each one with compassion. As he cleared these emotional blockages, peaceful sleep returned naturally, and with it came the ability to program his dreams with positive intentions. Your sleep disturbances, like Walter's, are not random afflictions. They are invitations to examine what lies beneath the surface of your consciousness. Each restless night presents an opportunity to clear away the debris of limiting beliefs that prevent your manifestations from flowing freely. The ancient practice of peaceful slumber. As you prepare for rest, create a sacred space in your bedroom. Sit comfortably on your bed and light a single candle. Take 3 deep breaths, and with each exhale, feel the weight of the day leaving your body. Now, speak aloud. I release all that no longer serves my highest good. Place your hand over your heart and say, I forgive myself for holding on to fear. I forgive myself for resisting change. I forgive myself for doubting my path. Feel each statement dissolving the tension in your body. Finally, lie down and imagine a golden light washing over you, cleansing your energy field of all resistance. As you drift toward sleep, know that this clearing creates space for new, empowering programs to take root in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. Chapter 7, The Moonlight Manifestation Method. In a coastal village, Rosalie tended a moonlit garden where flowers bloomed in perfect harmony with lunar phases. Each evening she observed how her dreams grew more vivid as the moon waxed, and how her intuition deepened as it waned. Through patient observation, she discovered that the moon's influence extended far beyond the tides. It orchestrated the ebb and flow of consciousness itself. Your subconscious mind responds to these same cosmic rhythms. Like the ocean answering the moon's pull, your inner world rises and falls with celestial cycles. These natural patterns create windows of enhanced manifestation power, times when the veil between intention and reality grows gossamer. Thin. The new moon phase opens a portal for planting fresh intentions in the fertile soil of your subconscious. During this time, your mind becomes like newly tilled earth, ready to receive the seeds of your desires. The waxing moon nurtures these seedling thoughts while the full moon amplifies their energy to full bloom. As the moon wanes, your subconscious naturally releases old patterns, creating space for new growth. Eugene, a humble watchmaker, stumbled upon this wisdom through his meticulous nature. He noticed that intentions set during new moons manifested with remarkable speed and clarity. By synchronizing his bedtime programming with lunar phases, he transformed his small shop into a thriving enterprise within a single lunar cycle. Your sleeping mind already dances to these celestial rhythms. Modern science confirms what ancient wisdom has long known. Human consciousness responds to lunar cycles through subtle shifts in brainwave patterns. During the new moon, theta waves associated with deep meditation naturally increase, creating ideal conditions for implanting new desires. The full moon heightens alpha waves, perfect for amplifying existing manifestations. The lunar sleep programming practice. Before sleep, consult a lunar calendar to identify the current moon phase. During new moons, write your freshest desires on paper and place them under your pillow. As you drift towards sleep, visualize these intentions as seeds being planted in cosmic soil. During full moons, focus instead on strengthening your existing manifestations. Imagine them bathed in amplifying moonlight as you surrender to slumber. Let the natural rhythm of the moon guide your nighttime practice, knowing that you work in harmony with universal forces that have governed consciousness since time immemorial. Chapter 8: The Slumber Sanctuary Creation. In a sunlit valley, Pearl lived in a modest cottage where transformation began with a single silk scarf. Each evening, she draped it over her bedside lamp, casting a gentle golden glow that signaled to her mind it was time for sacred work. Through this simple act, she discovered the profound truth that physical space shapes inner reality. Your bedroom holds untold manifestation potential. Every object within its walls either amplifies or diminishes your sleep programming power. The space where you surrender to slumber becomes a temple of transformation, its very atmosphere charged with your intentions. Colors whisper to your subconscious. Soft blues invite peace, while rich purples awaken spiritual connection. Scents bypass conscious thought to speak directly to your sleeping mind. Lavender opens psychic channels while vanilla attracts abundance. Sacred objects focus your energy like cosmic magnets, drawing your desires closer as you sleep. Clarence, a merchant who had known both fortune and loss, understood this wisdom through necessity. His bedroom held memories of past failures, each item a silent reminder of what had slipped away. Following ancient guidance, he cleared every object that carried the energy of loss. In their place, he positioned symbols of prosperity, a golden coin beneath his pillow, an emerald crystal catching moonlight on his windowsill. Within one moon cycle, his fortunes shifted, like leaves in a fresh wind. The space where you sleep becomes imprinted with your thoughts, creating an energetic echo chamber that reverberates through your dreams. Each object either amplifies your intentions or dilutes them. A cluttered space creates cluttered manifestations, while a sacred space magnetizes miracles. The sacred space practice. Stand in your bedroom doorway and feel the energy of the space. Remove anything that triggers memories of lack or limitation. Place 3 objects that symbolize your deepest desires where you can see them from your bed. Cleanse the space with sacred smoke or sound. Before sleep, touch each symbolic object, infusing it with your intention. Let these touchstones be the last things you see as you drift into powerful programming sleep. This ancient practice transforms your bedroom into a manifestation chamber where every breath draws you closer to your dreams. Your sleeping mind will work in harmony with these sacred symbols, weaving them into the fabric of your reality. Chapter 9. The Whispered Wishes Technique. In a small mountain village, Beatrice lived alone in a cottage where silence held secrets untold. Each night, as shadows lengthened across her walls, she discovered that darkness possessed an extraordinary ability to listen. In the space between wakefulness and dreams, she began speaking her heart's desires into the velvet night. What started as whispered hopes transformed into manifest reality with uncanny precision. The voice carries ancient power. When you speak your intentions aloud in the sacred moments before sleep, you create vibrations that ripple through multiple dimensions of consciousness. These sound waves penetrate deeper than thought alone, carrying your desires into the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. The twilight state, that magical threshold between waking and sleeping, opens a direct channel to universal forces. Your spoken words in these moments bypass the usual barriers of doubt and limitation, traveling straight to the cosmic creation field. Here, in this liminal space, your voice becomes a bridge between what is and what could be. Mortimer, a humble clockmaker, discovered this truth quite by accident. Unable to sleep one night, he began recording his dreams of success in a soft, steady voice. Playing these recordings as he drifted off, he found his days beginning to mirror his nighttime declarations. Orders increased, his craftsmanship gained recognition, and opportunities appeared as if summoned by his recorded voice. Sound penetrates the sleeping mind more effectively than any other medium. While visual imagery fades with consciousness, auditory input continues to program your subconscious throughout the night. Your spoken intentions become a lullaby of manifestation, singing your desires into being as you sleep. The Whispered Wishes Practice. As you lie in bed, allow your body to settle into stillness. When you feel yourself approaching the edge of sleep, softly speak your 3 most cherished intentions into the darkness. Let your words float on your breath, feeling their vibration resonate in your chest. Trust that the night air carries your spoken desires deep into your subconscious, where they will take root and grow while you sleep. The universe listens most intently to wishes whispered in these sacred moments between worlds. Chapter 10. The Stairway to Subconscious Success. In the depths of night, your whispered intentions hold extraordinary power. Yet there exists an even more potent gateway to transformation, one that opens through conscious descent into the sacred chambers of your mind. Edith, a weaver of fine tapestries, discovered this truth during a period of creative blockage. Each night, she began visualizing a magnificent golden staircase, spiraling down into the depths of her consciousness. With each step she took, her awareness shifted deeper, moving beyond the surface ripples of daily thought into the still waters of her subconscious mind. Within weeks, her artistic inspiration flowed abundantly, as though she had discovered an underground spring of infinite creativity. The mind exists in layers like the strata of the earth itself. The surface level, your conscious awareness, is but the topmost layer. Beneath lie increasingly powerful realms of subconscious potential. By deliberately moving through these layers through visualization, you create a direct channel for programming that bypasses resistance and plants your intentions in the most fertile soil. Archibald, a merchant whose mind churned constantly with worry about his trading ventures, learned to pair his breath with this descent. Each evening, he would count his breaths backward, from 10 to 1, while visualizing himself walking down golden stairs. At the bottom, he found himself in a peaceful garden where he could finally release his anxious thoughts and plant seeds of confidence instead. Gradually, his waking hours transformed. Decisions came easily, opportunities multiplied, and success followed naturally. This ancient practice of conscious descent activates specific brainwave patterns that enhance receptivity. Like a master key, it unlocks the vault of your deeper mind, allowing direct deposit of new programming. The combination of progressive relaxation and vivid imagery creates the ideal state for lasting transformation. Your practice. As you lie in bed tonight, close your eyes and visualize a magnificent staircase before you, each step crafted of pure golden light. Begin your descent, counting backward from 10 to 1. With each step down, feel yourself relaxing more deeply. 10, your mind grows quiet. 9, your breath becomes steady. 8, your muscles soften. 7, tension melts away. 6, you drift deeper. 5, peace enfolds you. 4, time slows down. 3, awareness shifts inward. 2, reality transforms. 1, you arrive in a beautiful garden bathed in soft light. And here in this sacred space, plant the seeds of your desires in the rich soil. Trust that as you sleep, these seeds will be nourished by the fertile darkness of your subconscious mind, growing into the reality you wish to create. Part 2, Advanced Manifestation Techniques. Chapter 11, The Time Traveler's Sleep Chamber. In the infinite expanse of your sleeping mind, time becomes fluid, moving not in a straight line but in spirals of possibility. This truth revealed itself to Florence, a seamstress who discovered she could weave threads of wisdom from her future into her present dreams. Each night as Florence drifted into slumber, she would envision herself walking through a shimmering doorway of light. On the other side, she encountered a radiant version of herself, successful, peaceful, and wise. This future Florence shared insights that transformed her present reality, guiding her to opportunities she might have otherwise missed and helping her avoid paths that would have led nowhere. The sleeping mind exists beyond the constraints of linear time. Within its depths, past, present, and future merge into a single point of infinite potential. When you enter this sacred space of timelessness, you gain access to wisdom that transcends your current understanding. Humphrey, a struggling merchant, applied this principle by deliberately seeking guidance from his future self during sleep. In his dreams, he met the accomplished version of himself, who had already built a thriving trading empire. This future, Humphrey revealed crucial market trends and strategic decisions that his present self could not yet see. Following this guidance, Humphrey's business flourished in ways that seemed almost miraculous to those who didn't understand the power of temporal dream work. Your subconscious mind naturally moves beyond linear time. Just as it can recall memories from decades past with perfect clarity, it can also reach forward to access knowledge from your future self. This is not mere imagination, but rather tapping into the quantum field where all possibilities exist simultaneously. Your practice. As you prepare for sleep tonight, create a clear intention to meet your future self in your dreams. Visualize yourself walking through a corridor of soft golden light. At the end stands the version of you who has already manifested all you desire to become. This future self radiates wisdom, success, and inner peace. Mentally ask your future self 3 questions about your current path. Feel the answers flowing back to you as waves of knowing. Allow yourself to receive this guidance without judgment or doubt. As sleep approaches, hold the intention that your dreams will bring messages from this wiser version of yourself. Trust that the wisdom you seek already exists within the non-linear realm of your subconscious mind. Your future self stands ready to guide you, waiting in the timeless space where all possibilities converge. Chapter 12. The Celestial Council Chamber. In the depths of night, when the veil between worlds grows thin, your sleeping mind becomes a bridge to infinite wisdom. This truth unfolded for Cordelia, who discovered that her nighttime consciousness could reach beyond individual awareness into vast realms of spiritual guidance. Each evening, as Cordelia settled into her bed, she would quiet her mind and open her heart to higher wisdom. In this receptive state, she found herself surrounded by beings of light who offered guidance that transformed her understanding. These encounters brought solutions to challenges that had long eluded her waking mind. The sleeping mind naturally resonates with universal consciousness. When you release the grip of everyday thoughts, your awareness expands to touch realms of wisdom far beyond ordinary understanding. This expanded state allows you to receive guidance from spiritual helpers who exist beyond physical form. Percival learned this truth during a time of deep grief. After losing his beloved wife, he struggled to find direction. One night, as he drifted toward sleep, he felt her loving presence near him. Instead of clinging to sorrow, he allowed himself to open to her wisdom. In his dreams, she showed him paths forward he had not imagined possible. These nighttime encounters brought not only comfort, but practical guidance that helped him rebuild his life with purpose. Your consciousness during sleep operates at a higher frequency, making it easier to connect with spiritual wisdom. Just as radio waves become clearer when interference fades, your receptivity to divine guidance increases as mental chatter subsides. Your practice. As you prepare for sleep, imagine yourself ascending a spiral staircase of light. At the top, you enter a sacred council chamber where spiritual guides await. These beings of wisdom have walked with you through many lifetimes, holding knowledge perfectly suited to your current journey. Settle into a comfortable position and speak silently to these guides. Share your questions, your challenges, your hopes. Feel their loving presence surrounding you. Know that as you drift into sleep, their wisdom will flow into your dreams, offering guidance in ways your soul will perfectly understand. Trust that the answers you seek will come in divine timing, whether through dream symbols, morning insights, or synchronicities in your waking life. Your spiritual helpers work through many channels, using sleep as a gateway to share their wisdom. Let your final thoughts be ones of gratitude for this sacred connection. As sleep approaches, surrender with complete trust that divine guidance flows most freely through a mind at rest. Chapter 13. The Memory Palace of Dreams. In the depths of ancient memory lies a secret known to the wisest of sages, the art of building temples within the mind. This sacred practice finds new power when merged with the fertile ground of sleep consciousness. Gertrude, a teacher yearning for greater impact, discovered this truth quite by accident. Each night as she drifted toward sleep, she began constructing an ornate mental palace, room by room. Within its halls, she placed vivid scenes of her desired future, students excelling, wisdom flowing effortlessly, lives transformed through her work. As these mental chambers grew more detailed, her waking reality began shifting to match the blueprint she crafted in her dreams. The sleeping mind holds remarkable capacity for detailed imagery and spatial relationships. When you create specific mental architectures filled with your desires, you forge neural pathways that the subconscious mind recognizes as real experiences. This is why the ancient memory palace technique proves so powerful for manifestation work. Leopold, a struggling architect, applied this wisdom by building an elaborate mental mansion during his twilight meditation. Each evening, he walked through grand halls containing his future projects, intricate models, satisfied clients, awards, and recognition. Within months, his practice transformed as though reality rushed to catch up with his carefully constructed inner world. Your subconscious mind responds to detail and emotion. When you create spaces within your mental palace that engage all the senses, you plant seeds of manifestation in particularly fertile soil. The more vivid and multisensory your inner architecture, the more powerful its effect on your outer world. Your practice. As you prepare for sleep tonight, begin constructing your own palace of possibilities. Start with a grand entrance hall representing your life's overall vision. Move through this space slowly, noting every detail, the quality of light, the materials, the feeling it evokes. Create specific rooms for different aspects of your life: wealth, relationships, health, purpose. In your prosperity room, place symbols of abundance that feel real to your senses. Fill your healing space with sensations of vibrant well-being. Let your relationship chamber overflow with scenes of deep connection. Walk through these rooms slowly as you drift toward sleep. Touch the walls, breathe in the atmosphere. Feel the reality of your desires made manifest in this inner architecture. Let this mental palace be the last thing your conscious mind explores before surrendering to slumber. Your sleeping mind will continue to explore and expand these spaces throughout the night, strengthening the blueprint of your desired reality. With each visit to your mental palace, you build stronger foundations for manifestation in your waking world. Before we get into the next chapter, you can download a free ebook version of this audiobook using the link in the pinned comment below this video. Chapter 14: The Emotional Alchemy Laboratory. In an ancient village, Penelope carried the weight of disappointment in her heart after her pottery business failed. Each night she would lie awake, haunted by thoughts of inadequacy and loss, until one evening she learned the sacred art of emotional transmutation through sleep. Instead of pushing away her pain, she began holding it gently in her awareness as she prepared for rest. With each breath, she noticed how these difficult feelings carried their own unique energy, an energy that could be transformed rather than rejected. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between positive and negative energy. It recognizes only power and potential. When you approach your challenging emotions with acceptance and intention, they become fuel for profound transformation. Like water that can become either ice or steam, emotional energy can be reshaped during the sacred hours of sleep. Reginald, a merchant who lost his beloved wife, discovered this truth through his own journey of healing. Rather than allowing grief to consume him, he learned to welcome it as a teacher each night. As he drifted toward sleep, he would gather his sorrow like precious stones, offering them to his subconscious with the intention of transformation. Over time, his grief crystallized into deep compassion and wisdom that touched everyone he met. This process of emotional alchemy during sleep operates on universal principles. Just as a flower transforms sunlight into bloom, your sleeping mind can transmute difficult feelings into manifestation energy. The key lies not in rejection of what you feel, but in conscious transformation of that emotional power. Your nighttime practice becomes a sacred ritual of transformation. As you prepare for sleep, gather all the emotions you experience throughout your day, the challenging ones, the painful ones, the ones you wish were different. Hold them in your awareness with gentle acceptance. Breathe deeply into each feeling, surrounding it with love and understanding. As sleep approaches, visualize these emotions as raw energy, perhaps as colored light or flowing water. With each breath, watch this energy begin to shift and change, transforming into pure golden light. This light becomes the fuel that powers your dreams and desires throughout the night, turning emotional lead into manifestation gold. Let this be your final practice before surrendering to sleep. Identify any difficult emotions lingering from your day. Breathe love into them gently and fully. Then watch as they transform into brilliant golden light, merging with your manifestation intentions and illuminating your dreams all night long. Chapter 15. The Quantum Field Navigator. In the depths of her meditation room, Ophelia discovered an ancient scroll describing the art of quantum dreaming. Night after night, she learned to perceive the gossamer threads connecting all possible realities, visible only in that sacred space between waking and sleeping. The quantum field exists as an ocean of infinite possibilities, each wave representing a different version of reality. Your sleeping mind naturally connects to this field, free from the limitations of linear time and fixed outcomes. Just as light can behave as both particle and wave, your consciousness during sleep can perceive and interact with multiple probability streams simultaneously. When you understand that every choice, every decision, creates a branching timeline, you begin to grasp the true power of sleep programming. Your conscious mind perceives only one reality at a time, but your sleeping mind can access the vast web of alternate possibilities. Barnaby, a humble clockmaker, mastered this art through necessity. Faced with a life-altering decision about moving his shop, he learned to explore different timelines in his dreams. Each night, he would witness the unfolding of various choices, staying in his hometown, moving to the city, or traveling abroad. Through these quantum dream explorations, he could feel the resonance of each possibility, ultimately selecting the timeline that aligned most purely with his highest good. The sleeping mind operates beyond the constraints of classical physics. In this state, you can perceive the quantum superposition of all possibilities and consciously select the reality you wish to experience. Like tuning a radio to your preferred station, you can align your consciousness with the frequency of your chosen timeline. This quantum alignment occurs most powerfully in the theta state as you transition into sleep. In this liminal space, the rigid boundaries between parallel realities become fluid, allowing you to shift your consciousness into your chosen probability stream. The ancient practice of quantum dream jumping awaits your exploration. As you lie in bed, imagine yourself floating in a vast field of shimmering possibilities. Each gleaming thread represents a different timeline, a different version of your life. Feel them all existing simultaneously like notes in a cosmic symphony. With clear intention, reach out to the timeline that contains your desired reality. You might perceive it as a golden thread, pulsing with resonant energy. Allow your consciousness to align with this chosen probability stream, feeling yourself merge with this version of reality as sleep approaches. Surrender to slumber with the unwavering intention of quantum jumping into this timeline, trusting that your sleeping mind will navigate the infinite possibilities and anchor your consciousness in your chosen reality. The quantum field responds to clear intention, especially during the sacred hours of sleep. Chapter 16. The Soul's Symphony Conductor. In a remote mountain monastery, Imogene stumbled upon ancient texts describing the sacred art of sonic manifestation. Through careful study, she learned that certain sound frequencies could unlock deeper levels of subconscious receptivity during sleep. The universe itself vibrates at specific frequencies, and your body, a microcosm of this cosmic dance, responds to these subtle energies. During sleep, your brainwaves naturally shift through different frequencies, from beta to alpha, theta, and delta. Each of these states corresponds to particular sound frequencies that can enhance your manifestation work. When you align specific sounds with your sleep programming, you create a harmonious bridge between your conscious intentions and your subconscious mind. Like a tuning fork adjusting an instrument, these frequencies help attune your entire being to the vibration of your desires. Cornelius, a gifted musician, discovered this truth through experimentation. After years of struggling to manifest his dreams, he began composing gentle melodies that matched the frequency of his desired outcomes. For abundance, he incorporated the solfeggio frequency of 528 Hz, known as the miracle tone. For healing, he wove in 432 Hz, the frequency of natural harmony. Each night, these carefully crafted soundscapes would accompany his sleep, creating an acoustic environment that supported his manifestation work. Within months, Cornelius noticed profound changes. His music studio flourished, his health improved, and opportunities seemed to flow effortlessly into his life. The secret lay not just in the frequencies themselves, but in their ability to maintain his subconscious mind in an optimal state for programming throughout the night. Sound waves affect matter at its most fundamental level. When you introduce specific frequencies during sleep, you create a resonant field that helps restructure your energetic blueprint according to your intentions. This sonic architecture supports and maintains your desired frequency even as you cycle through different sleep stages. The ancient practice of sonic sleep programming invites you to harness this powerful tool. Begin by selecting music or sounds that deeply resonate with your manifestation goals. This might be classical pieces, nature sounds, or specific frequency tones. The key is choosing sounds that feel aligned with the essence of what you wish to create. As you prepare for sleep, play these sounds at a gentle volume, just loud enough to be perceived but not so loud as to disturb your transition into slumber. Close your eyes and imagine these sound waves washing through your entire being, adjusting your frequency to match that of your desires. Feel each cell of your body beginning to vibrate in harmony with these manifestation-enhancing frequencies. Let these sacred sounds guide you into sleep, trusting that they will continue their transformative work throughout the night, maintaining the perfect vibrational state for your intentions to take root in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. Chapter 17, The Ancestral Wisdom Keeper. The ancient ones knew a truth that science now confirms. The stories, beliefs, and patterns of your ancestors flow through your blood, carried in the very fabric of your cells. Each night, as you surrender to sleep, you enter a sacred space where the wisdom of your lineage becomes accessible, waiting to guide you toward your highest destiny. Winifred discovered this power when she began exploring her family's history. In the depths of sleep, she connected with the strength and resilience of her grandmother, who had built a thriving business during challenging times. These nocturnal encounters revealed how certain limiting beliefs around money and success had been passed down through generations, like invisible threads binding her potential. Through dedicated sleep programming, Winifred learned to recognize these inherited patterns and transform them into stepping stones for growth. The wisdom of her ancestors became a guiding light, showing her how to transmute old wounds into sources of power. Ezekiel's story mirrors this truth. Born into a family that had struggled with poverty for generations, he felt an invisible ceiling blocking his financial growth. Through intentional dream work, he connected with his great-grandfather, a master craftsman whose skills had been forgotten through time. In his dreams, Ezekiel received not only practical wisdom, but also the emotional healing needed to break free from inherited scarcity consciousness. Your DNA carries more than physical traits. It holds the triumphs, traumas, and wisdom of countless generations. During sleep, when the conscious mind relaxes its grip, these ancestral memories become accessible. This is not mere metaphor, but a biological reality, as science now understands through epigenetics how experiences can modify gene expression across generations. By working with your ancestral line during sleep, you activate a powerful force for transformation. The limitations you struggle with may not be entirely your own. They might be echoes of unresolved family patterns waiting to be healed. Similarly, the gifts you seek to manifest might already exist within your genetic heritage, dormant until awakened through conscious connection. The ancient practice of ancestral sleep connection. As you prepare for sleep, create a small altar with objects representing your family lineage, photographs, heirlooms, or simply symbols that connect you to your roots. Lie in bed and visualize a golden cord extending from your heart back through time, connecting you to all your ancestors. Speak softly. Wise ones of my blood, I call upon your strength and wisdom. Share with me your gifts. Help me heal what needs healing, and guide me toward my highest good. Allow yourself to drift into sleep, trusting that your ancestors' wisdom will flow through your dreams, transforming old patterns into new possibilities. Chapter 18, The Crystal Cave of Consciousness. Through time immemorial, wise ones have understood the power of sacred objects to amplify the soul's intentions. As you venture deeper into the mysteries of sleep programming, you'll discover how physical tools can create a bridge between your conscious desires and the vast potential of your sleeping mind. Minerva, a natural healer, had always felt drawn to crystals, but it wasn't until she began placing them beside her pillow that she witnessed their true power. Each night, she would hold a clear quartz crystal, infusing it with her intentions before sleep. Within weeks, her manifestations began accelerating beyond anything she had previously experienced. The crystal continued broadcasting her programmed intentions while she slept, creating a continuous field of manifestation energy. The relationship between crystals and consciousness exists beyond mere symbolism. These ancient formations possess unique molecular structures that respond to and amplify energetic frequencies. When you sleep, your brain waves naturally shift into slower, more receptive patterns. Crystals, through their piezoelectric properties, can help maintain and enhance these beneficial states throughout your sleep cycle. Thaddeus discovered this truth when struggling to manifest a new home. Following inner guidance, he arranged a sacred geometry pattern of crystals around his bed, amethyst at his head for spiritual connection, citrine at his feet for abundance, and rose quartz at his heart for love. Each night, he would activate this crystal grid with his intention, allowing the stones to work while he slept. Within 3 months, he found himself living in a home that exceeded his original vision. These tools serve as physical anchors for your intentions, creating a sacred space that continues working on your behalf, even as your conscious mind rests. Just as a radio antenna amplifies signals, crystals and sacred objects amplify the frequencies of your desires, broadcasting them continuously into the universal field. The power lies not in the objects themselves, but in their ability to hold and concentrate the energy of your intentions. When properly programmed, these tools become active participants in your manifestation work, creating a field of resonance that aligns your sleeping consciousness with your desired reality. Ancient sleep programming practice. Choose 1 to 3 crystals or sacred objects that resonate with your current intentions. Hold each object in your hands, breathing slowly and deeply. Visualize your desire flowing from your heart, through your hands, and into the object. Place these programmed tools around your sleeping space, perhaps one under your pillow, one by your feet, and one near your heart. As you drift into sleep, acknowledge these sacred allies working on your behalf, amplifying your intentions throughout the night. Trust that even as you journey through dreamland, these objects continue broadcasting your desires into the universal field of infinite possibility. Chapter 19. The Parallel Life Explorer. In the depths of sleep, a doorway opens to infinite versions of yourself, each living a different expression of your potential. This truth became clear to Josephine one night as she drifted between worlds, discovering versions of herself who had already manifested her deepest desires. Each evening, Josephine would lie in bed and imagine a vast hallway lined with mirrors. In each reflection, she glimpsed herself living different possibilities. One where she had already published her novel, another where she taught packed workshops, still another where she traveled the world sharing her wisdom. Rather than viewing these as mere fantasies, she understood them as windows into parallel realities, already existing in the quantum field. The multiverse theory suggests that every choice creates a branching timeline, spawning infinite versions of ourselves, living out different possibilities. Your sleeping mind, freed from physical constraints, can access these alternate streams of experience. Like tributaries flowing into a mighty river, the wisdom and energy of your parallel selves can merge with your current consciousness. Augustus discovered this when his business faced imminent collapse. Instead of succumbing to fear, he began using his sleep time to connect with versions of himself who had overcome similar challenges. Each night he would request guidance from these successful parallel selves, allowing their knowledge to flow into his awareness. Within months, solutions emerged that transformed his struggling enterprise into a thriving venture. The key lies in understanding that these parallel selves are not separate from you. They are you, expressing different aspects of your infinite potential. When you connect with them during sleep, you create bridges of consciousness that allow their successful patterns to download into your current timeline. Your sleeping mind naturally resonates with all possible versions of yourself. By consciously directing this connection, you can accelerate your manifestation by integrating the energy patterns of success already existing in parallel realities in ancient sleep programming practice. As you prepare for sleep, visualize yourself in a circular room surrounded by mirrors. In each mirror, see a version of yourself who has already achieved what you desire. Choose one reflection that particularly resonates with your current goals. Watch as this mirror becomes a doorway. Step through it in your mind, allowing yourself to merge with this successful version of you. Feel their confidence, their knowing, their achievement flowing into your consciousness. Request that their wisdom continue flowing into your awareness throughout your sleep cycle. Drift into slumber, holding the intention that you will awaken carrying more of their success consciousness in your current reality. Chapter 20. The Sacred Scriptwriter. In a quaint cottage overlooking misty hills, Prudence discovered the ancient art of narrative sleep programming. Each night, she would take out her leather-bound journal and write elaborate tales of her desired reality, understanding that the subconscious mind responds most powerfully to story. Within these sacred chapters, she crafted detailed accounts of her life as she wished it to be, writing in present tense as though already living these experiences. She described the texture of success, the aroma of abundance, the feeling of complete fulfillment. Night after night, she read these stories aloud before sleep, allowing the words to sink deep into her subconscious mind. The universe operates through story. It is the fundamental pattern of creation itself. When you consciously craft the narrative of your life, you tap into this primal creative force. Your subconscious mind does not distinguish between a vividly imagined story and actual experience, making narrative programming an incredibly powerful tool for transformation. Phineas, a humble shopkeeper, embraced this wisdom when facing a crossroads in his life. Instead of accepting the limited story he had been living, he began writing alternative versions of his life's narrative. In one tale, he expanded his small shop into a thriving enterprise. In another, he became a respected mentor to young entrepreneurs. Each evening, he would select the most inspiring version and read it aloud before sleep. Within months, his reality began shifting to match his chosen narrative. Opportunities arose that perfectly aligned with his written stories. People appeared who matched the characters he had described in his tales. His life transformed as though following an invisible script. You are constantly telling stories about your life, to yourself and others. These narratives shape your reality more powerfully than any external circumstance. By consciously choosing and programming empowering stories during sleep, you redirect the plot of your life toward your desired outcomes. Ancient sleep programming practice. So, now take a fresh journal and write a detailed script of your ideal day, using present tense and first-person perspective. Include rich sensory details, what you see, hear, feel, taste, and touch in this perfect version of your life. Before sleep, read this story aloud slowly and deliberately, as though performing a sacred ritual. As you lie down, imagine yourself as the protagonist of this beautiful tale, allowing your subconscious mind to experience these scenes as reality throughout your dreams. Let the power of story weave your desires into the fabric of your being. Part 3. Mastery and Integration. Chapter 21: The Dream Detective's Investigation. In the soft light of dawn, Constance discovered that her dreams held messages about her manifestation journey, encoded in symbols and metaphors. Each morning she began recording the intricate details of her nocturnal experiences, treating them as sacred communications from her deeper self. Your dreams serve as mirrors reflecting the state of your subconscious programming. Within their mysterious landscapes lie vital clues about your manifestation progress and potential obstacles. The symbols that appear in your dreams speak in an ancient language, one that your soul inherently understands. When you learn to interpret these messages, you gain access to profound guidance about your spiritual journey. A locked door in a dream might represent a belief blocking your progress. Flying could indicate freedom from limitations. Water often symbolizes your emotional state regarding your desires. Bartholomew, a skilled craftsman, developed a methodical approach to understanding his dream messages. Each morning, he would document every detail he could remember: the colors, the feelings, the characters that appeared. Over time, patterns emerged. He noticed that when his manifestation energy was strong, his dreams contained symbols of growth: blooming flowers, rising suns, expanding buildings. As he refined his practice, his dreams began offering specific guidance about his goals. When doubt crept into his waking thoughts, his dreams would show him crossing bridges or climbing mountains, encouraging him to persist. When his energy needed redirection, he would dream of compass needles or changing winds. The subconscious mind communicates through imagery and feeling rather than linear logic. Your dreams provide a direct window into this deeper wisdom. By paying attention to these nighttime messages, you can adjust your manifestation practices for greater effectiveness. Ancient sleep programming practice: place a journal and pen beside your bed before sleep. As you drift off, request clear guidance about your manifestation journey. Upon waking, immediately record every detail you can remember from your dreams, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Take careful note of the emotional resonance that permeates each dream, the subtle feelings of joy, anticipation, or even hesitation that color your nighttime visions. Pay special attention to the vivid hues that appear: brilliant golds that signal abundance, deep blues that represent wisdom, or vibrant greens that suggest growth and renewal. The symbols that manifest, whether they be soaring birds, flowing rivers, or ancient doorways, carry profound meaning specific to your journey. Study these elements methodically, watching for patterns that repeat across multiple nights. Perhaps you notice that whenever you dream of ascending staircases, a breakthrough follows in your manifestation work, or that dreams of vast oceans appear when you're ready to expand into greater possibilities. These recurring motifs are your subconscious mind's way of illuminating the path ahead. Use these profound insights to enhance your sleep programming practice. If certain symbols consistently precede success, visualize them as you drift to sleep. Trust implicitly in this process. Your deeper self possesses ancient wisdom about your highest potential and communicates through this sacred dream language. Every image, every sensation, every scene that unfolds contains precisely the guidance needed for your continued spiritual evolution and manifestation mastery. Chapter 22: The Manifestation Mathematician. In the stillness of twilight, Adelaide discovered an ancient scroll detailing the sacred patterns underlying all creation. As she traced the intricate geometric designs with her fingertips, she felt a resonance deep within her being. Each night, She began incorporating these universal forms into her sleep programming, weaving her desires into mandalas, spirals, and perfect triangles. The universe speaks in the language of mathematics. Every natural form, from the spiral of galaxies to the arrangement of flower petals, follows precise geometric principles. When you align your manifestation work with these fundamental patterns, you tap into the very architecture of creation. Sacred geometry represents the building blocks of reality itself. The golden ratio, found throughout nature, creates harmony and balance. The Fibonacci sequence reveals the mathematical progression of growth. These patterns are not merely aesthetic, they are energetic templates through which manifestation flows most efficiently. Maximilian, a humble carpenter, transformed his craft when he began incorporating sacred numbers into his nighttime practice. Before sleep, he would visualize his goals arranged in patterns of 3, 5, or 8, numbers that echo the natural rhythms of the universe. His desires began manifesting with remarkable precision and grace, as though the universe itself recognized these mathematical signatures. As he worked with the spiral pattern of the golden mean, he noticed his manifestations unfolding in perfect timing, each step building naturally upon the last. His dreams became filled with geometric forms, hexagons, perfect circles, and interlocking triangles, each carrying messages about the mathematical perfection of universal law. By working with sacred geometry during sleep programming, you align your desires with the fundamental patterns of creation. These forms act as amplifiers, organizing your manifestation energy into harmonious structures that resonate with the mathematical principles underlying all reality. Ancient sleep programming practice. As you prepare for sleep, visualize a perfect golden spiral emerging from your heart center. Place your primary desire at the center of this spiral. Watch as the spiral begins to rotate, creating a vortex of manifestation energy. Allow your consciousness to follow the spiral's mathematical perfection, feeling how your intention aligns with universal patterns. See your desire contained within a gleaming triangle of divine light, its 3 perfect sides representing the trinity of thought, feeling, and manifestation. Watch as this triangle becomes encompassed by a luminous circle of infinite potential, its unbroken curve symbolizing the eternal nature of universal law. Feel how these sacred geometric forms pulse with living energy, their mathematical perfection resonating with the deepest structures of reality. Trust that as you drift into slumber, these archetypal shapes will continue their sacred work, harmonizing your manifestation energy with the precise mathematical rhythms that govern all creation, weaving your desires into the very fabric of the cosmic order. Chapter 23, The Collective Consciousness Connector. Through the mists of slumber, an ancient truth emerges. Your dreams interweave with the tapestry of all human consciousness. The boundaries between individual and collective mind dissolve during sleep, opening doorways to wisdom accumulated across generations. Tabitha, a teacher in a small mountain village, first glimpsed this truth during a seemingly ordinary night's rest. As she drifted into sleep, she experienced an expansion of awareness, as though her consciousness merged with countless others. In this state, solutions to her students' learning challenges flowed effortlessly, carrying the essence of every teacher who had ever guided a young mind. When you enter the realm of sleep, you access a vast network of human experience, a living library of collective wisdom. This field of shared consciousness, known to ancient mystics and validated by modern research and amorphic resonance, contains the accumulated knowledge, insights, and evolutionary potential of humanity. Montgomery, a city planner struggling with community development, discovered this truth through his nighttime explorations. Each evening, he would quiet his mind and open himself to the collective wisdom of humanity. His dreams began filling with innovative solutions that seemed to arise from the combined experience of countless urban designers throughout history. These insights carried a depth and wholeness that transcended individual thinking. Your sleep programming affects more than your personal reality. Every intention you plant in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind sends ripples through the collective field of human consciousness. As you elevate your own vibration through positive programming, you contribute to the evolution of human awareness. The field of collective consciousness operates like a vast ocean. Each individual mind represents a wave, distinct yet inseparable from the whole. During sleep, the barriers between waves dissolve, allowing free flow of wisdom and inspiration. By consciously engaging with this field, you become both student and teacher in humanity's ongoing evolution. The practice handed down through generations of wisdom keepers begins as you prepare for sleep. Settle into a comfortable position and allow your awareness to expand beyond personal boundaries. Envision your consciousness as a glowing light merging with countless others in a magnificent web of human connection. Send waves of loving intention to all beings, knowing that your positive energy strengthens the collective field. Next, form a clear request to receive guidance from humanity's accumulated wisdom. Visualize yourself as an open channel, ready to receive insights that serve both your highest good and the evolution of collective consciousness. As sleep approaches, maintain the dual intention of both receiving from and contributing to this shared field of awareness. Trust that your dreams will weave together personal growth with service to humanity's awakening. Chapter 24, The Reality Revision Workshop. The power to reshape your reality lies not only in programming future events, but in healing and transforming your relationship with the past. Your subconscious mind holds every experience you've ever had, yet these memories remain fluid, responsive to the meaning and emotion you assign them. Evangeline, a woman who carried the weight of childhood disappointment, discovered this transformative truth during her deepest sleep work. Each night, she would select a memory that still held emotional charge, a moment when her father missed her dance recital, and gently reimagine it. In her revised version, she felt complete understanding for his absence and recognized how this experience had strengthened her independence. As she practiced this nightly revision, she noticed her present relationship with her father transforming, as though the healing she created in her sleep rippled forward through time. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between actual events and vividly imagined experiences. When you revise a memory during the twilight state before sleep, you create new neural pathways that change how that experience influences your present reality. This is not about denying what happened, but about consciously choosing the meaning and emotional impact these events carry in your life. Horatio, a merchant who had lost his family's fortune in a failed venture, found himself haunted by this perceived failure until he learned the art of sleep revision. Each night, he would replay the experience, but this time seeing clearly how it had taught him invaluable lessons about resilience and true wealth. As he continued this practice, his relationship with money transformed, and new opportunities began flowing into his life, as though the past no longer held power over his future. Your memories are not fixed stones, but living seeds that continue to grow and shape your reality. By consciously revising their emotional charge during sleep, you free yourself from old patterns and limitations. The subconscious mind accepts these revisions as truth, especially in the receptive state between waking and sleeping. To begin this transformative practice, choose one challenging experience from your past. As you lie in bed, gently bring this memory into your awareness. Reimagine the scene with deep understanding, wisdom, and love. See yourself responding differently, or understand the hidden gifts within the challenge. Feel the emotional charge dissolving as new meaning emerges. Allow yourself to drift into sleep, holding this revised version, knowing that your subconscious mind will integrate this new perspective throughout the night. Chapter 25, The Gratitude Amplification Chamber. The sleeping mind holds extraordinary power, yet this power multiplies exponentially when infused with genuine gratitude. This truth revealed itself to Cordula, a woman who had mastered the mechanics of sleep programming but discovered an even greater force through the practice of appreciation. Each night, as darkness settled around her bed, Cordula would reflect on 3 simple blessings from her day. What began as a modest practice soon transformed into an avalanche of recognition. She noticed how this nightly ritual began attracting more reasons for gratitude with each passing day, as though thankfulness itself possessed a magnetic quality. The vibrational frequency of gratitude resonates at one of the highest levels measurable in human consciousness. When you enter sleep carrying this elevated vibration, your manifestations accelerate dramatically. This occurred because gratitude naturally aligns you with the frequency of abundance. You cannot simultaneously feel grateful and lack at the same time. Algernon's story illuminates this principle with particular clarity. Having struggled with depression for years, he began a nightly practice of identifying just one thing that brought him joy before sleep. Initially, this proved challenging, yet as he persisted, his mind began actively seeking reasons for appreciation throughout his days. Within weeks, his consciousness shifted from focusing on what was missing to recognizing the abundance already present in his life. The sleeping mind amplifies whatever emotional state accompanies you into slumber. When that state is gratitude, it creates a powerful attracting force that works throughout your sleep cycles, drawing more circumstances that match this elevated frequency. This is why appreciation accelerates manifestation more effectively than any other practice. To harness this transformative power, begin your nightly practice by lying comfortably in bed. Bring to mind 3 specific moments from your day that sparked joy, no matter how small. Perhaps it was the warmth of sunlight on your face, a kind word from a stranger, or the taste of your morning tea. Let your appreciation for these moments expand naturally, like ripples on a pond. Allow your gratitude to spiral outward like a gentle breeze, first embracing the immediate blessings in your life, your health that sustains you, the relationships that nurture your soul, the daily opportunities that guide your path forward, and yes, even those challenges that have forged you into who you are today. Feel this deep thankfulness expanding through every cell of your body, radiating from your heart center until it creates a luminous cocoon of pure appreciation around your physical form. This sacred energy field of gratitude shimmers with golden light, protective and magnetic in its nature. As you drift toward the threshold of sleep, release yourself fully into this profound state of appreciation, trusting in the ancient wisdom that your elevated vibrational frequency will continue its work through the mysterious realm of night, silently but ceaselessly drawing more abundance toward you through the universal law of attraction. Chapter 26, The Infinite Possibility Portal. In a small mountain village there lived a woman named Serafina who discovered that her greatest limitations existed not in her circumstances, but in her own mind. Each night, as she prepared for sleep, she would release one limiting belief, watching it dissolve like mist in the morning sun. Through this practice, she began to experience states of consciousness where anything felt possible. Within the space between waking and sleeping, your mind naturally enters a state free from the constraints of conditioned thinking. This twilight realm holds the key to unlimited manifestation. For here, the boundaries between possible and impossible blur, revealing the infinite nature of your true potential. The ancient wisdom teaches that limitation exists only in thought, not in the fabric of reality itself. When you enter sleep consciously, you can access a state of pure potential, where all outcomes exist simultaneously. From this vantage point, what once seemed impossible reveals itself as merely unexplored. Octavius, a humble fisherman, discovered this truth through his own journey with sleep programming. Each night, he would imagine his consciousness expanding beyond the confines of his small fishing vessel, beyond the harbor, beyond the horizon itself. As his awareness grew, he began to perceive opportunities that had always existed but remained invisible to his limited perspective. His small operation transformed into a fleet of ships, yet this external change merely reflected the internal expansion of his consciousness. Your sleeping mind holds no concept of limitation. It operates in a quantum field of infinite possibility, where every potential reality exists simultaneously. By accessing this state consciously before sleep, you tap into the unlimited creative power of the universe itself. When you release the boundaries of what you believe possible, you allow your manifestations to arise from pure potential rather than conditioned expectation. This shift fundamentally alters the nature of what you can create in your life. As you prepare for sleep tonight, lie comfortably and begin to feel your consciousness expanding. Imagine it extending beyond your body, beyond your room, beyond all physical boundaries. Feel yourself becoming one with the infinite field of possibility. From this expanded state, hold your desires in mind, knowing they already exist within this unlimited consciousness. Let go of all beliefs about what is or isn't possible for you. Fall asleep in this state of infinite potential, allowing your subconscious mind to work from this unlimited perspective throughout the night. Chapter 27, The Energy Signature Designer. In the heart of an ancient valley, Magnolia discovered that her entire being emanated a unique energetic signature, one that drew specific experiences into her life like a magnet attracts iron filings. Each night before sleep, she learned to tune this personal frequency like a master musician adjusts their instrument. Your energetic signature broadcasts continuously into the universe, creating resonance with matching experiences, people, and opportunities. This vibrational frequency stems from your deepest beliefs, emotions, and expectations. Yet, it can be consciously redesigned during the receptive state of sleep. The sleeping mind offers perfect conditions for energetic reprogramming. As your conscious mind relaxes its grip on reality, your energy field becomes malleable, ready to be shaped by intentional focus. This sacred window between waking and sleeping provides an opportunity to reset your baseline frequency to one that harmonizes with your desires. Ferdinand, a struggling musician, transformed his reality by understanding this principle. Each night, he would attune himself to the energy of success and joy before sleep. He learned to feel the vibration of standing on stage, receiving thunderous applause, and experiencing deep artistic fulfillment, not as a future hope, but as his current energetic reality. Within months, his external circumstances began to mirror his internal frequency. Your energy field operates like a radio transmitter, constantly broadcasting your dominant frequency into the universe. The law of resonance ensures that you attract experiences that match this broadcast. During sleep, when resistance is lowest, you can permanently elevate your energetic set point to align with your highest vision. As you prepare for sleep tonight, choose the energy you wish to embody. Perhaps it's abundance, love, vitality, or creative power. Visualize this energy as golden light radiating from your heart center, expanding until it fills your entire being. Feel yourself becoming a living embodiment of this chosen frequency. Allow this golden radiance to pulse through you with each breath, programming every cell to maintain this vibration through the night and into tomorrow's dawn. Let your last conscious thought be the feeling of yourself as a brilliant sun, radiating pure golden light from your innermost being into the vast expanse of the cosmos. Feel the warmth of this divine energy pulsing through every fiber of your existence, each wave carrying your chosen frequency further into the infinite reaches of the universe. Trust in the ancient wisdom that as your physical form rests in peaceful slumber, this luminous energetic signature weaves itself into the very fabric of your being, becoming the natural foundation from which you operate. Know with unwavering certainty that this elevated vibration, sustained through the sacred hours of night, acts as a magnetic force, drawing to you those experiences, opportunities, and circumstances that perfectly match its celestial resonance. Chapter 28, The Synchronicity Orchestrator. In a quiet mountain village, a woman named Clementine noticed that her dreams began weaving golden threads into her waking reality. Each morning, after programming her sleep with specific intentions, she witnessed an intricate dance of meaningful coincidences unfold before her eyes. Street signs would reflect her exact thoughts. Strangers would speak phrases from her dreams, and opportunities would materialize at precisely the right moment. Your sleeping mind holds the power to orchestrate these divine arrangements. When you plant seeds of intention in the fertile soil of pre-sleep consciousness, you activate a field of synchronistic possibility that extends into your waking hours. These meaningful coincidences serve as cosmic confirmations that you are aligned with universal flow. Gideon, a wandering artist, discovered this truth during a period of uncertainty about his life's direction. Each night before sleep, he would request specific signs to guide his path, perhaps a blue butterfly, an unexpected mention of Paris, or a song from his childhood. Without fail, these exact symbols would appear in his daily life, often in surprising ways that could not be dismissed as mere chance. These synchronicities led him to a gallery showing in Paris that transformed his career. The universe speaks through the language of synchronicity, offering guidance and confirmation through seemingly coincidental events that carry deep personal meaning. By programming your sleep consciousness to recognize and invite these meaningful alignments, you open yourself to divine orchestration. The sleeping mind exists beyond linear time, in a realm where past, present, and future dance together in perfect harmony. From this vantage point, it can arrange circumstances and meetings that appear miraculous from our limited waking perspective. Your role is simply to set clear intentions and remain open to the signs that follow. As night falls, settle into a state of receptive awareness. Request specific signs or synchronicities that will guide your next steps. Perhaps you seek confirmation about a decision, guidance about timing, or clarity about your path. Visualize your sleeping mind as a cosmic conductor, orchestrating a symphony of meaningful coincidences that will illuminate your way. Trust that the universe will respond through the precise language of synchronicity, offering you breadcrumbs of divine guidance that lead to your highest good. Feel yourself surrendering to the perfect timing of universal flow, knowing that your sleeping consciousness will attune you to recognize and follow the signs that appear. Allow yourself to drift into slumber with complete trust in the cosmic choreography that is already in motion, arranging circumstances for your highest good. Chapter 29, The Master Key Holder. Within the depths of night, Wilhelmina uncovered a truth so fundamental it transformed her understanding of manifestation forever. As she lay in her bed, hovering between waking and sleeping, she realized that her consciousness itself was the master key to creation. It wasn't merely about programming her mind. She was the programmer, the program, and the infinite field of possibility all at once. The power of sleep reveals this ultimate truth. Your consciousness is not contained within your body, but rather your entire experience flows from it. In the state between worlds, you touch this limitless creative force directly. Here, in the space where dreams are born, you recognize yourself as the dreamer of your own reality. Ignatius discovered this profound truth during a period of deep contemplation. Each night, as he prepared for sleep, he began to sense the vast expanse of his own awareness. He realized that just as he was the consciousness in which his dreams appeared, he was also the consciousness in which his daily life unfolded. This understanding shifted everything. His business transformed, his relationships deepened, and synchronicities multiplied effortlessly around him. He no longer tried to manifest specific outcomes. Instead, he simply chose what to dream into being, knowing he was the source of all creation. You are not a limited being seeking to influence reality through sleep programming. You are the unlimited awareness in which all realities dance. Your sleeping mind simply provides the closest access point to this truth, a direct gateway to your infinite nature. When you rest in this knowledge, manifestation becomes as natural as breathing. The practice of sleeping from this ultimate perspective requires no effort, only recognition. As you prepare for sleep, feel yourself as the vast, eternal consciousness that dreams all possibilities into form. Rest in the knowing that you're not the limited self trying to create, but the unlimited creator expressing itself through form. From this space of total freedom, simply choose what you wish to experience. Allow yourself to drift into sleep carrying the supreme knowledge you are the dreamer of your own magnificent life story. Let your final thoughts before sleep be a deep, profound recognition of your true nature as pure, unbounded consciousness, the singular divine power that dreams all realities, all possibilities, all manifestations into being. From this ultimate perspective of your authentic self, select with gentle certainty the dream you wish to live, knowing it already exists, already pulses with life within the infinite expanse of your being. Feel yourself as that vast ocean of awareness, that eternal dreaming force from which all creation springs. Let this sacred knowing settle into every cell of your body as you drift towards sleep, understanding that you're not separate from your desires but are the very source from which they emerge. Chapter 30. The Awakened Dreamer's Graduation. In the depths of ancient wisdom lies a truth known to masters throughout time. Integration surpasses mere knowledge. Persephone discovered this when she wove together all she had learned about sleep programming into a seamless tapestry of practice. Rather than seeing each technique as separate, she understood them as different facets of the same diamond, each reflecting the light of consciousness in its own unique way. Your journey through these teachings has prepared you for this moment of integration. Like Persephone, you now stand at the threshold where individual practices merge into one flowing river of manifestation power. The quantum field, the crystal frequencies, the ancestral wisdom, the emotional alchemy. All these streams flow together in the ocean of your sleeping consciousness. Cornelius's path illuminates this truth. Beginning as a seeker who diligently practiced each technique in isolation, he gradually noticed the boundaries between methods dissolving. His nighttime ritual became an organic dance of consciousness, incorporating elements that resonated most deeply with his being. Some nights he would work with crystal energies while exploring parallel timelines. Other nights he would combine ancestral wisdom with quantum jumping. The rigidity of structured practice gave way to intuitive flow. Through this natural integration, Cornelius discovered that mastery isn't about perfecting techniques. It's about becoming so familiar with the language of consciousness that communication becomes effortless. His manifestations began appearing with increasing speed and precision, not because he was trying harder, but because he had become the conscious dreamer of his reality. The power of integration lies in its ability to transcend the sum of its parts. When you bring together all the elements that resonate with your being, you create a unique manifestation signature that carries your personal creative frequency. Your practice now evolves into its final form. Before sleep, create a sacred space that honors your journey of awakening. Draw from the wealth of techniques you've explored, selecting those that sing most harmoniously with your spirit. Perhaps you'll begin with crystal programming, flow into ancestral connection, then enter the quantum field of infinite possibility. Or maybe you'll start with emotional alchemy, move through timeline revision, then rest in pure consciousness. Let your intuition guide the integration of these practices. As you lie down each night, allow your personalized ritual to unfold naturally. Trust that your consciousness knows exactly which elements to weave together for maximum manifestation power. Fall asleep knowing that you are not just programming your dreams, you are becoming the master dreamer of your reality. Your sleep becomes a sacred ceremony of creation, where every technique you've learned merges into one powerful stream of manifestation energy. This is not the end of your journey, but rather the beginning of your mastery, where conscious dreaming and awakened living become one continuous dance of creation. If you enjoyed this audiobook, I created a free ebook version for you. You can download it using the link in the pinned comment. Conclusion. As you reach this sacred milestone in your journey, recognize that you hold within your hands, and more importantly, within your consciousness, the master key to reality creation. The ancient wisdom shared through these chapters now lives within you, not as mere information, but as living truth waiting to be expressed through your nightly practice. Your sleeping mind stands ready as the most powerful manifestation engine in existence. Each night, as you lay your head upon your pillow, you enter not into unconsciousness, but into profound collaboration with the infinite intelligence that shapes worlds. The stories of those who walk this path before you, Eleanor discovering her grandmother's journal, Marcus transforming his bakery through nocturnal visualization, Clara manifesting through written intentions. These are not distant tales, but mirrors reflecting your own potential. Your bedroom has transformed into a sacred chamber where the alchemy of consciousness occurs nightly. The simple act of falling asleep has become a gateway to unlimited possibility. Your dreams now serve as bridges between your deepest desires and their physical manifestation, carrying your intentions through the quantum field of pure potential. The sophistication of your own consciousness far surpasses any human-made technology. Within the quiet darkness of your sleeping mind lies the power that births universes. You have learned to speak the language of creation through the symbols and feelings that resonate in your dreams. Each night as you prepare for sleep, you step into your role as a conscious creator. The practices you've learned, from simple gratitude statements to advanced quantum field navigation, merge into an organic flow of manifestation power. Your subconscious mind stands ready to transform your carefully planted intentions into tangible reality. Remember that this is not the end, but a beginning. The real work unfolds each night as you close your eyes and open your consciousness to infinite possibility. You carry within you the wisdom of ages, the power of creation, and the ability to shape reality through your dreams. The universe dreams through your consciousness, and you now dream with purpose and power. Your sleep has become a sacred act of creation, your dreams a canvas upon which you paint your desired reality. The life you've always known was possible awaits you in the depth of your sleeping consciousness. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life.